Hey guys, Pastor Mike here, and I just wanted to do a quick little video update for 2019. And what an amazing year. God moved radically, and I am just humbled to be a part of all that He's doing in my own life personally, in the ministry here at Saving Grace World Missions that I get the privilege of being the director at, and just this video is not even going to do justice to all the things that God has done, but let me just quickly kind of just recap 2019. And earlier on, about a year ago now, in January, February, I was able to take a trip down to Peru and to Brazil. In Peru, we hosted an awesome, we called it a missionary prayer conference. We gathered our missionary families there. We came together for a few days and we just prayed and worshiped. We went around and shared, did a little Bible teaching, but just a real sweet time of fellowship to engage with the missionaries down there, and had an amazing time. Then we jumped over to Brazil and got to go see the Millers and their awesome ministry. We were able to spend a few days out in the jungle, deep in the Amazon jungle, with the tribal people that they are reaching, and an amazing ministry there. And I was also able to go over to Israel for the first time earlier last year, and did an Israel tour, just a biblical tour. And what a life-changing experience that was. If you've ever been to Israel, you kind of know. And myself as a Bible student, as a Bible teacher, was invaluable for my education, personally, and my ability to teach, and just strengthen it all the way around. Also, during that trip, we were able to go into the country of Jordan, as we've been praying about starting a ministry there in Jordan, and praying about starting a Bible college, and figuring out how we can raise up people from that part of the world, and give them a solid biblical education, and send them out as church planters into those countries and those places that our passport won't get us to. Over the summer, I was able to lead a trip of 39 people back down to Peru. Had an amazing time there, working with the Tippies, and God did some awesome things in that trip. The trip turned out to be something different than we totally planned, and that's missions. That's, blessed are the flexible. We plan our ways, but at the end of the day, that God's going to do what He's going to do. And also over the summer, we were able to launch for the first time as a ministry what we call the Calvary School of Missions, which we see a huge need for education, for training in all things missions. We see tons of young people, young adults, college age, young men and women who are zealous, that want to go, want to do missions, want to run hard for Jesus, but aren't equipped, or aren't commissioned. They're not sent. And so we're gathering them up, and we're saying, hey, we'll train you, we'll teach you, we'll send you, we'll get you out to where God's calling you to be. And so I was able to go down to Mexico. It was a 6-week program this year, and I was able to go down and teach a few classes down there. And then God birthed from that an internship program where we brought back 8 interns here that have been serving at the church, and we've been doing classes, and all of those interns are going to be doing vision tours, to Jordan, to South Asia, to Japan, and God's moving, and so that is just super, super duper exciting. On a personal note, 2019 was the year I graduated from college. You could actually see the corner of my diploma right there. Graduate with a bachelor's in biblical and theological studies. Also, 2019 was the year I started my graduate program. I'm starting a master's degree in theological studies, and I'm 4 classes into it now. In fact, in a week I start my next semester, and so have about 2 years of that left, and let's see what the Lord does with that. And then lastly, personally, as a family, God did an absolute, there's no other way to put it but than an absolute miracle in our lives, and the Lord provided a home for us to purchase. And I'm sure a lot of you know this story, but if you want to know this story, I'm not going to take the time to go through it here in this video, but absolute miracle of God moving, and that's the only way. God moved and provided a forever home for us, until the Lord calls us onto the mission field or whatever the Lord has, and just such an amazing blessing to be able to serve the Lord, to run hard after Jesus. So I want to thank you. This marks, I think, like 15 years of my job here as the director of SGWM, and watching God move all all over the world. And it is such a privilege and a blessing and an honor. So I want to thank you for your years of faithfulness, for your prayers, for your support. You know, my wife and I are on full-time missionary support here stateside, and doing what we're doing and stirring up and sending out missionaries and training and equipping and reaching the nations, you know, and time would fail me to tell of all that God is doing in South Asia and in the Middle East and Africa and South America and Central. I mean, God is moving all over the world, and I get the privilege of sitting in this office and being involved and helping and leading and facilitating and equipping and raising support and getting, you know, all that, whatever I could do from here to see that those missionaries and those ministries thrive. So thank you so much for your prayers, your support, your love for these many, many years. And God bless you.